It's all set up. This one seems to be working. Is it? Oh, there it goes. Okay. Alright, welcome back to Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. I believe we were about to get into more trial segment, I think. Or did we finish the trial segment and we needed to get to the more investigation? I think it was more investigation, actually. Yeah. Let's just open up the game. Save feature. Cool. Turn that down a bit. Yeah, we're getting to the investigation. Alright, let's see. June 16th, 2:23 p.m. Write Anything Agency. What a train wreck that was. I'm glad we made it out of that trial alive.
Really? I had fun. And Walkie made it through the day too.
Everyone was too obsessed with panties to bother with the real case.
But it was good publicity. Imagine the crowd at my show tonight. You should come, Polly.
Yeah.
Amazing Mr. Hat will be making an appearance.
Hi, folks. I'll be here all week. That's about enough of him.
Hello? Miss Tiala. Thank you for today. The trial went well.
Oh, right. No problem.
Do you think Walkie will be okay?
Well, he's not guilty yet.
Please, you have to help him. We're supposed to get married next month.
Oh, congratulations. God, the way to put the pressure on the guy.
Please, let me know if there's anything I can do to help.
Are you sure about marrying into the Kitaki family?
I'm fine with it. I love Walkie with all my heart. Aw, that's so sweet.
So it doesn't bother you that you'll be married to the mob?
I don't think so. My parents are against it, of course. Say, where did you and Walkie first meet, anyway?
Good question. Miss Tiala doesn't look like the type to have gangster connections. She doesn't?
Oh, we met at my old job, actually. Ah, office romance.
She's not very forthcoming with information about herself, is she?
Did you know that the boss is trying to get out of the business?
Really? Mr. Kitaki wants to quit being a gangster?
He's trying to transfer his assets into a normal company. He's only announced it recently, out of the blue. Yeah, there's quite a lot of confusion in the ranks.
I wonder if this explains that apron. I can't imagine Walkie going along with that.
He's highly motivated, isn't he?
That's not the word I would have used.
He said, I'll be the next big boss and keep the family alive. I think he's at that age when boys want to make a mark on the world.
That's not the way I would have put it.
His father moves in a lot of circles.
He's really focused on profits.
The Kitaki family's been making a killing recently.
Again, not the way I would have put it.
Walkie says it's not about the money.
They have the gangster tradition to uphold.
Ooh, a generation gap. They even got the ever classic "what about the family business" thing going.
Usually it's the father worried about tradition. Let's hear about this operation. Can I ask you a question about Walkie? I understand that he was operated on by the victim, Dr. Moctus.
Apparently, yes. I was in his clinic about half a year ago. He messed up my op something bad. Then he just lets me go without a word. See you later, bye. So I gotta go and get another doc to patch me up again. Yes, it sounds horrible. Walkie's always been fond of fighting, I'm afraid.
I'm not sure it qualifies as fighting when pistols are involved.
Mr. Cabin was saying his life might be in danger, wasn't he? No, that can't be right. I'm sure he was just trying to scare us. It's scary to think that a surgeon might make a mistake. But it's even scarier when he tries to hide it.
I'd like to know a little more about this operation. Maybe it's time to pay the Moctus Clinic a visit.
I should be getting home now. Walkie's in your hands, Mr. Justice.
Right. Leave it to me.
Apollo, I think you're only making her more nervous.
Sorry, I'm new at this, okay?
It's alright. I believe in you.
Alright, probably nothing new to look at in the room. Doesn't look any different from last time. First, let's see if we can actually talk to the guy today. June 16th, Detention Center, Visitors Room.
Looks like Walkie's out for questioning.
I really need to talk to him. I guess we'll come back later. Excuse me? Yes? The other suspect is all through with questioning, sir.
The other... you mean the panty snatcher.
Wesley Stickler. So they arrested him too. I mean, yeah. Alright, let's have a little chat with Mr. Stickler. Hope I don't regret this.
He's a valuable witness.
He's a bit precious, I'll give him that. What does that mean in that context? Please, keep this brief if you would. I'm quite busy. I don't remember how I voiced. I need to finish the paper. It's you! Mr. Stickler, we'd like to have a few words with you. Very well, as long as they're few. Nothing would make me happier, believe me. What did it say about the room? I didn't actually look at it before. That security camera is looking at me. I wonder if they tape all of this. Security guard. He stands here, watching this room. I have no idea if he's listening to us talk. I'm not even sure he's breathing. Okay. Mr. Stickler, on the night of the murder, you stole... Wait, I can't help but I feel I'm being misunderstood. How exactly? Yes, that night I obtained a pair of panties, it's true. However, it was my burning curiosity that drove me to do it, nothing more.
You wanted to know the trick to my panties, right?
You too? Oh, great Trucy, teach me.
Eh?
I must know the secret of your panties. Okay. My very existence hangs in the balance. Please make me your apprentice.
Apollo, help!
I don't know. I think you'd make a great, lovely assistant.
Don't say that, Apollo.
Could you relate what you saw the night of the murder to us one more time? Why not? It would hardly differ from the testimony I gave in court. The defendant was there in the park that night. Of this I'm quite certain. He was pointing a pistol, or something like that, at the victim. That's when I shouted, "Stop, you two! Let's resolve this like gentlemen." And the next moment, a shot was fired. And this is all true. Really? My panties are gone, my innermost heart revealed. What further reason could I possibly have to lie? I can't think of anything you'd want to hide more than panty snatching, true. It sounds like Waki was at the scene of the crime after all. Oh, I wish it weren't so. I mean, we knew that because of his knife. If he were standing on that side and the victim turned his head that way, would that put the guy in the cart? Whoever shot him? It does have like a... It is a thing you can be inside of. I don't know how you get inside of it aside from climbing through this window, but... Did anyone find the bullet? Is it like still in his head or did it go somewhere? Oh well. Let's just go through. June 16th, Eldoon's house. Hey, it's Mr. Eldoon! Oh, Mr. Eldoon! Ah, hello. What's wrong? So, you found my stand. That's why I'm here, to thank you. Ah. But now it's a crime scene and they won't let me have it back. That's also why I'm here. I got no other place to go. Ah, I see. How can a noodle stand be a crime scene? That's what I don't get, Trucy doll. Even in death, he's after my neck, I tell you. Can't even cook an honest noodle. He? Even in death? You mean the victim, Dr. Maractus? I tell you, it's enough to drive a man to make his soup even saltier. Remind me to never eat his noodles when he's in a bad mood. I'm not sure you should be eating them at all, to be honest. Let's stand. For generations, it served up the very best noodles us Eldoons could make. A tradition of noodles and salty broth. It's more than a stand, it's history, I tell you. Watch what you say or it might become true. That's a great story, Mr. Eldoon. A single stand passed down from generation to generation. Of course, to be honest, I didn't plan on doing it. That's right, you said something about that. About you rebelling against your pops, was it? Good memory, Trucy doll. I was a go-getter back in my day. Till my friend next door butted in. In the end, I was left with nothing but this dusty old stand to earn my fortune. Mr. Eldoon, I don't mean to pry, but what exactly did you do before you became a chef? Ugh. Let old doodles lie, that's what I say. Starting to get an idea of what he did anyway. He stole my dreams, left me with nothing but noodles. Now I don't even have that. Mr. Eldoon, if I might ask, what exactly happened between you and the Maractus clinic? I couldn't help but sense amenity there. Amenity. I hate him. Or hated. I'm acting like he smells like roses when he's rolling in mud. Excuse me? He's the only doctor at that clinic, you know? Pretty impressive, eh? I'll tell you the secret to his success. The mob. You mean the Kitaki family? Always having one of them turf wars or whatnot. Always an injury or two that needs fixing. Maractus saw a chance for some business. So he started giving the Kitaki family a good deal. A deal. Every 5th operation for free. Stole the idea from my pops. One free bowl of noodles a week, he used to say.
Can a doctor just decide to do that? What about the insurance companies?
Oh, no doubt it's illegal. But it got him in good with the family. Pretty soon he was getting all the business in town. Leaving me here in the dark. To my neck in soupy noodles. I think I figured out Mr. Eldon's former occupation. Sounds like probably another doctor.
Can't hurt to ask, Apollo.
Mr. Eldon, or should I say Dr. Eldon? Figured it out, did you? That's right, I was a doctor, surgeon, till the year before last.
So, Mr. Maroctus was your rival.
And like those onions I put in the soup broth? Yeah, kind of. Take a spoon, you drink some broth, those onions will find their way in there. For people who like them, that's just fine. For people who hate them, I hate onions. Hate them. Always sneaking in from the side, getting in the way of a good tasting spoonful. Oh, that's what he was. An onion. Onion boy, that's what I called him. So, you weren't exactly friends. Huh. Me and Paul Maroctus. Ever since preschool, we were getting in each other's face. No matter what I did, sure enough, he'd come following along. And he'd do it better than me. Just blow right past without so much as a howdy. I see. That's right. I was a surgeon long before he was, you know. And that no-good onion boy comes along. Well, Druzy, looks like we found ourselves a new suspect.
Don't say that.
Thanks to him, I was forced to trade in my scalpel for a ladle. Sorry, pal. Didn't mean to weigh you down with an old man's ramblings. No, it's fine. By way of apology, if you ever get yourself in a spot of trouble, you drop by. Huh? You're investigating Maroctus, aren't you? Yes. Well, you want to know about a doctor, you ask a doctor. That's all I'm saying. You just think of me if you need something, Druzy doll.
Right. Thanks, Mr. Eldon.
I guess the time spent listening to him complain wasn't entirely wasted. What's this one?
Well, we've got to check out this clinic, that's for sure.
Yeah, but what about the guard?
No harm in asking. Excuse me?
Hey, it's you two from yesterday. That's the same officer that was standing out by the park yesterday. Your business is over in the park, isn't it? Clinic's off limits. It's not involved.
But
what part of off limits do you not understand? Show me proof that the clinic is connected to the incident in the park or beat it. Oh, I'm asking no gain either. Point sticking around here, I guess. Yeah, gotta pick something up before we can do that, I suppose. Let's look around the garage again since we're here. No, doesn't look any different. Let's check out the mansion. June 16th, Kitaki Mansion. Yipes, she's back. Hey, you two, over here. Us?
Yo, little Plum, what's up?
I think all this gangsterese is a negative influence on Druzy. I heard you retrieved my bloomers.
Well, I was just
Man speaks clearly and takes credit where it's due. You caught the thief, didn't you?
Yes. Sorry, I caught him. You're cute when you're nervous, Polly.
I'll deal with you later. Enough about bloomers, but my son, Walkie. Walkie, well, he's, clearly. Yes, ma'am. This is why I was kind of hoping we could avoid coming back here.
He's really everything you'd expect in a boss's son. I'm going to be a gangster, dude.
Life does have an appeal for that age, particularly for boys.
What? Don't look at me like that.
I was shot in Star 4 about half a year ago. Yes, we heard the story from Walkie. But he didn't tell you the whole story. You know, even if he had a pistol then, he couldn't have shot anyone.
What?
He acts like he's hard, but he couldn't shoot someone to save his life. I should know. I'm his mom. Their words do have a certain weight to them. Hopefully, when this is all taken care of, he and the boss can sort out their differences.
The boss? You mean Walkie's father?
They didn't seem to be on the best terms, did they? It's true. One of our pistols is missing.
So the murder weapon was from this mansion.
We kind of figured, given the difficulty of obtaining a gun these days. None of the rank and file have access. Only the boss, myself, and Walkie could have taken it. I see. I'm sure the cops will continue tromping all over the mansion because of this case. Maybe this is a sign that it's time for change. She doesn't seem too concerned, at least. Like Tatiana. Yeah, Walkie's fiance. They're getting married next month, correct? I suppose she's been staying over lately.
You don't look too happy about that, little plum.
How do you guess?
Even I could tell that.
Could you tell us more about her? Walkie brought her home one day. Says he wants to tie the knot.
I can see why. She's so pretty.
Oh, she's pretty enough, but, you know. It's probably just me being suspicious. Stay in this business too long, you start to see only darkness in people. You get a nose for it. Nose for people, nose for trouble. I wonder what the problem is.
It's like a gangster's only version of female intuition.
Okay. The boss may act tough, but that boy means the world to him.
But Walkie seems, well... Seems like he's against his father's position.
It's to be expected. We're in a bit of a transition now. Trying to cut our ties to the shadier side of the street and do more on the up and up. Walkie isn't too enthusiastic about the change, it's true.
But why the change? Is the gangster thing just not paying the bills?
It pays, but we need a lot of money right now. Clean money, that is.
I see.
Something must be up. You'll see things the way the boss sees them, someday. Interesting. Anything else to look at? Not really. Let's head into the park. See if we can get a better look at anything. Poor Mr. Eldoon, his stand's been standing here since this whole thing started.
It almost looks like a home here in the park now. I think it should be made into a playhouse for children.
I think its owner would disagree. Mannequin put in place of the body. I think I've seen him by the police station. He's forced to look at the ground now, day in and day out. It's kind of sad. The trash can sits next to the path here.
And I guess now we know it was Mr. Stickler who hid Little Plum's bloomers here, huh?
That's right, Trucy. What a web of lies grew from that one little act.
I can still remember that moment. He brandished those bloomers on high and shouted, "Objection!"
Here's what I want you to do, Trucy. Take that memory, Gently lock it away deep in your heart and never speak of it. Benches line the river running through the park.
Ah, little urban oasis. Bet children come here to splash around in the water.
That river's a little deep for splashing and a little dirty.
Well, they could listen to the water and pretend they were playing.
Looks like things aren't that different here. The knife is sticking straight into the ground. Remember what Wesley Stickler said in the trial today? Walkie was very likely pointing this at the victim.
Like he wanted to kill him.
Yeah, that's the problem. Blue plastic tarps cover the ground and around the stand. And were apparently put here to preserve the crime scene. Okay. Nothing to look at. Do you want your underwear back? I don't think I need them anymore. About these... Hey, my bloomers. Thanks for that. I owe you one. I thought you might like them back, so... oh, no. Why don't you keep them as a souvenir? Oh, no, I couldn't really.
I could use those in my magic panties act.
I'll pull shivs and pieces of Godfathers out of them. And pieces and God... What are you talking about? Pieces. On specific... What are you talking about? Great, now your props are going from bland to dangerous. Okay, I guess you don't want them back. Guess the only place left to go is the, hospital. Alright, what's up? How are you doing? You're just gone. Okay, cool. He's not here. Suppose I could start showing things to people. Oh. June 16th, Detention Center Visitors Room. I was hoping to meet with my client. Walkie-talkie's just finished questioning. I'll bring him out.
Great, finally.
Oh, stop, my little imposter.
What did you call me?
Sam. It's you? Sorry, gee. I thought you were Alita.
My little imposter sure is a strange nickname.
It is. It's a Clink thing. You wouldn't understand. Did I say imposter? I mean poster. Like poster girl, alright?
If you're going to drop part of that, why not drop poster and just call her girl?
Because she's so much more than that, gee. She's like an angel. Fallen angel. So, what can I do you for?
You don't look so chipper today, Walkie.
Worried about your, heart condition, maybe? That was the wackiest thing of all. Those cheese lining up, taking eye exams and all that. Better die young than fade away, soy. Relief to hear. What's a relief? Oh, did your father not tell you? That bullet you carry so close to your heart, if not attended to immediately, it could kill you. Man, I ain't trying to hear that. A man fights to protect what's valuable to him, you know? You know what I'm saying? I miss my fallen angel. Hey, you go get Alita for me. You're my lawyer, aren't you? Lawyer, not gopher. I want to talk. So, I hear you're to be married next month? Straight up. We poured the nuptial 40 out on the stoop. Alita, snapple cakes, so fine. That's okay. I think he's smitten with her in his own weird way.
I was wondering, how did you two meet? I asked Tiala, but she was very vague.
Oh, well, man, she wouldn't tell you. I'd best hold my tongue, you feel me?
What?
And what's past is past, she knows that. I'm with Alita. I feel like there's things worth protecting out there. Feel me? My Alita, she's down with that all the way. So both of them are mum about their past.
Do you think you could tell us what happened with you and Palmaroctus?
There's something you should know. The Kitakis are having what you might call a feud with the Rivales family. So, about 6 months back, I go into Rivales' turf packing a knife, right?
And you were shot?
Coldest thing I ever seen. Not sure what you were expecting. One shot to the heart. My homies weren't too late. It's a miracle I lived. It's already considered one of the 7 wonders of the Kitaki family. You know that? So, you were taken to the Maroctus clinic then? You should have seen their faces when they wheeled me in. You can't just let the boss's son die, you know? I'd hate to have been in that doctor's shoes. Mr. Kitaki's scary enough when he's not angry.
But the bullet that hit you...
It was never removed? And it's still threatening his life. That doctor, he did it on purpose. Rivales paid him off, I'm sure of it. I need to hear more about the night of the murder. That much is clear. Life of the family is a G thing. It's about being a man. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry, I'm not up on my G things. Not even sure what a G thing is.
My old man, he's gotten soft. Says the old rival gang days are over. He just wants to make money.
Isn't that a good thing?
Man, there ain't no soul in making money. Better live fast and die young for chisel. What? Wait till I run the yard. And everyone will know what time it is. That's right. OG time all the time. Represent.
Apollo, why does he keep talking about old guys?
I don't think that's what OG means, Trucy. Well, the only thing I can think it means is, like, original. Which doesn't sound super relevant to anything he's saying. Have you seen this gun before? About these weapons, the pistol and the knife. It belonged to the family. I snuck them out that night. Okay, so you took the gun with you. So the killer, Mr. Stickler, says Mr. Stickler says he saw that night was... I guessed it was me. I was there after all. Okay. We're finished.
Yo, Walkie. Do you think you could tell us exactly what happened that night?
You don't beat around the bush, do you? I like your style, shorty. Okay. Cool. Actually, there's a question I've been wanting to ask you for a while now. That is, did you do it? Did you shoot him? I don't know. The day of that checkup, when I found out about the bullet by my heart, I borrowed a gun from the family stash. I gave that doctor a taste of his own bad medicine. Oh, I don't like where this is going.
But you were carrying a knife, weren't you?
Oh, that, yeah, well, never can be too careful, I say. So I'm on my way to the clinic, right? I run into him by the park. He's dragging his noodle stand behind him. Why would he steal that?
Wait, you didn't put him up to that? Like, you know, in the movies? If you value your life, you'll bring the stand?
Shorty, you're more whack than I am. Not saying something.
But I was serious.
The thing is, I don't remember what happened next all too well. You don't remember? But the way I see it, if there wasn't anyone else there that night, then I guess it probably was me who did him in. You know what I'm saying? What's on the stand? Yeah, whatever. He seems preoccupied. Not sure he even looked at my evidence. Alita, man, Alita. Okay. Okay. You want me to go find your girlfriend? I don't know where she's at. She left. Did you go back to here? June 16th, Kitaki Mansion. Look at that crowd over by the park. Probably people trying to get a glimpse of the crime scene. Why are those girls screaming? I think I just heard one say, "Oh my god, it's him." Wait, that motorcycle. Oh, if it isn't a forehead. Prosecutor Gavin. Some fans found me on my way out. Just my luck. Oh my god, he's so cool. Okay. That's the screams. My album just came out, you know? We're waving to them. They love it. Woohoo, he's so cute. I'm so excited. Doesn't matter who waves to them, see? This is surreal. So you were here investigating? And I was on my way home when my hog gave up the ghost. Your hog? My motorcycle won't start. A clogged exhaust pipe. Too bad. It looks like such a nice bike, too. I don't believe that it could break just from that. Ugh, it's my fault. I think I was using the wrong oil. Cars, motorbikes, they're all the same. Long the exhaust and they won't run. Oh, machines, tell me you share my angst there, forehead. I ride a bicycle, actually. In any event, I'm off to the shop to get it fixed. The detective in charge of the scene isn't fond of me in any case. The detective? You mean the one in the lab coat? Yeah, she's in a foul mood too. Be gentle. Oh, where the sin? Avoid a sin, I think is the I remember that word. Something like that, at least. I do not know German. Oh my god, there it goes! I'm just like pushing the bike. I guess. And the forecast for the park today? Gloomy skies. Well, nothing to do but head on in. Let's hit the park, Apollo. We were definitely in there already, but whatever. Oh, they got the tarps out of the way. Leaves. June 16th, People Park. Does something about this scene look different to you? The blue tarps are gone. Maybe that's it? Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. Look over there. The white frock detective from yesterday. She seems to be apologizing reverently to the trash can. She's under a lot of stress. The investigation's probably not going so well. Hey, you there! If you're going to talk about someone behind their back, do it more quietly, please. Oh, Detective Sky. Hello. You seem as gloomy as ever. This is miserable. I just got a new kit and I can't get this stuff to work. Everyone's all smiles for that glimmerous fop. Glimmerous? Does she mean Prosecutor Gavin? More to the point, doesn't she mean glamorous? When he walks his shiny chain catch the sun and glimmer in my eyes. It's distracting. Speaking of distracting, I guess I just have to accept the fact that I lack talent. Sounds like she's trying out some sort of new forensics technique. mess up the thing, did it? No. Alright. So what's up? Detective Sky, you know Mr. Wright, correct? How do you know my daddy? I want details. Well... He helped me out a long time ago. You might say he saved me. Wasn't she saying something about getting involved in an incident? I can't stand it when things are vague, especially in a case. I want to study to become a forensic scientist in Europe. But you're a detective now? Well, I failed the test. But, you know, rank and title don't matter. What matters is what's inside your heart. I've always thought that too. And my heart is full of science. That's why I bought this kit through mail order. And I'm going to test it here before the forensics team arrives. Are you sure that's okay? I won't lie, I'm not fond of the man. Those glamorous types always rubbed me the wrong way. Glamorous. Right. Prosecutor should be cool. Should be cool of wit and furrowed of brow. Less glamorous and more simmerous, you know? No, actually I don't. Well, that and what happened 7 years ago. Prosecutor Gavin was the one who stripped Mr. Wright of his attorney's badge. What? Really? He was the one? You mean you didn't know? That you were one of his boys? Neither a boy nor one of his, but let's see what she has to say. What exactly happened 7 years ago? I never actually heard the details. And investigate. It's better you learned it for yourself anyway. Do you mind me asking exactly what it is you've been doing? Squatting down on the ground like that? Oh, you want to know, do you? Well, I splurged on a new toy. You splurged? You mean it wasn't police issue? What is it? I see a roller and glue? This is a footprint analysis kit. Footprint? It was raining on the night of the murder, which means that footprints were left. Oh, does that have anything to do with those blue tarps? Right, the ground was muddy, so I had to protect it as it was that night. Ever wanted to know exactly where someone was standing? Like your panty-snatching student witness, for instance? So with that kit. Right. What? Want to try this stuff out? Uh-huh. Are you sure? I mean, we're sort of on opposing teams and all. Oh, you're friends. And to tell you the truth, I'm not so good at doing this. Guess I'm a little clumsy. I could use your help. Ooh, I'm good at stuff like this. I used to make magic bunnies out of paper mache. Footprint analysis, huh? Well, should I give it a go? I mean, yeah, let's go for it. Okay, I'll give it a go. That's the spirit. Right, allow me to explain. One moment. She's reading the instructions for her kit. Why does this not fill me with confidence? First, we have to pick the footprint, or in this case, shoe print we want to analyze. Taking the liberty of marking all the shoe prints in the park. Well, which shoe prints should we start with? Going to verify the defendant's account. Here's the place to start. Shoe prints prepare to be examined. Oh, this is so exciting. Right, here goes. First, pour the plaster into the print until it's full. You try it. How am I supposed to do that? Just press A where you want to pour the plaster. Like this. That doesn't look too hard. If you run out of plaster in your beaker before you're done, you have to start over. bad. You're handier with that than you look. Looks sort of bad, actually, but okay. What's that supposed to mean?
On to the next step. Dry the plaster until it turns white. Right. Just press A to blast it with that dryer. There, give it a shot.
This is not fun. Fingerprints are one thing, but this seems like... Oh.
Looks like it's hardened nicely. Let's take a look. Yes, that's a good one. Mix the ink. Ready for the next step? Use the roller to ink the shoe print, just the shoe print part. Hold on to that roller tight now with A and roll it up and down. Keep going until you get enough ink on there for a good print. Right now, the moment you've all been waiting for. Let's take our print. Ready? Here goes.
Just treat it like a stamp.
Let's see if we get a match.
Yeah. What's on the bottom there? Is it just a design? I don't like that. Seems like a lot of work for nothing particularly interesting. Like, I'm sure it'll get you information, but like, it's a lot of stuff to mess around with. So the shoe prints belong to Walkie Talkie after all.
He was in the park on the night of the crime. Wow, I can almost see the science at work. Don't you love it? Nothing feels better.
She's definitely way more into this than I am.
Just let me know if you want to do some more. I'll be here, solving the case with science.
Well, that certainly brightened her mood. I mean, let's see the one by the thing. Detective Sky, mind if we give it another go?
Right on. Leave no print unanalyzed, I say.
Now to pick which print you want to analyze. We know whose those ones are. Let's look at this. Oh yeah, I have to... Okay, looking good. Next, dry the plaster. Yes, yes. Okay, take out the mold.
Yes, that's a good one. Mix the ink.
Oh, it's got the leaf on it.
Right, now the moment you've all been waiting for, let's take our print.
Here goes. I guess I gotta go get that out of the garbage.
Huh, that's a funny shoe print. Is that even a shoe?
It's strange, so smooth. Except for the part with the leaf.
I can say without even looking at this I can say without even looking that this print doesn't match any print on our list.
A mystery print. Okay. I gotta go get it from the garbage. Trash can. This is where I found the mirror. Now think of it, wasn't there something else in here? Something near the bottom. Look at the paint on these. That means
These must have ended up in here after Mr. Wright's accident. Maybe they're connected? Let's pick them up.
Slipper added to the court record. Oh, do I just get to have both of them now? You're not so concerned about your pockets? I can just have both. Whatever. Anyway, look, I found them. No, I don't. They say the Maractus Clinic. Hey! What? The slipper! Look right here! I think I see a toe mark. A toe mark? You think we can get a print off that? Sure, toes have prints just like fingers do, you know? I feel like that'd be hard to match up with anything. That doesn't seem like something you take. This little clue might be a gold mine. Oh, there's one problem. Police station doesn't keep a record of toe prints. So we won't know whose it is. I guess that would be too much to hope for. Still, it might be useful somehow. Let's analyze it. May as well. Maybe we can just, like, use it against something else. How do I... Not like that. Fingerprint analysis is the basic of modern forensic science. I guess you could put it that way. And you two know how to dust for prints on your own now. Make sure to examine anything you find that might have prints on it. Oh, do I have to do it like this? First off, yeah, I know I saw that. What's this weird shape? It's a leaf. Outline. Paint on your hand. Why is it still wet? I wonder, could this be a print? Why would there be a finger? Oh, you mean a toe print. Good call, Apollo. I bet we can analyze it just like a regular print. This could be a vital piece of evidence. Hey, it worked. That looks like a big toe, maybe? Wow, I feel like the case is solved already. What was next? We have to match the print, right? Right, let's match it. Wait. The detective didn't give us a list of toe prints, Apollo. Oh, good point. Maybe we should ask her? Get some expert advice? I guess so. Not sure she really qualifies as an expert. Yeah, I tried that. Slippers. It's quite a clear print there. A toe print. Too bad we don't know whose toe it is. Well, there is a way of finding out, of course. And there is what? All you need is a sample of the same toe print off another shoe, for instance. Oh, right. So if the prints matched, you'd know the same person wore both. Do I have another shoe worn by the same person? I don't have any other shoes. Do I? I don't think I do. No. No, I can't think of anything I might have with a toe print on it. Ah, well, it was too much to hope for, I suppose. Let me know if you find something. A toe print sample, Okay. So let's poke around. But what about the leaf I found on the bottom? It matches. The tarps that were here yesterday are gone. I wonder why Detective Sky put them out. Yeah, the only thing they were covering is the ground. Oh, you know, I think I see something there. A print. A print? Okay. I found... Okay. This print is far too smooth to be from a regular shoe. It's a shoe print of some kind, though. That's for certain. Oh, I messed up. Still, you have to wonder what it's doing here. It's right next to the Elduin's noodle stand. Yeah. It does make one wonder. Hey, you. Yes? Why are you so quiet all of a sudden? You wouldn't have to have something in mind? Something that might have left this mystery shoe print? This mystery shoe print does remind me of something. Okay, I'm pretty sure I've seen something that would leave a print like that. You know, I think I have our culprit right here. No, I don't want to look at it. Keep hitting the wrong button. Well, I think it's these slippers, actually. Slippers? What slippers be doing out here? But look at the bottom, see? It's covered with paint, except for... See right here? Hey, that spot is shaped like a leaf. What if a leaf was stuck on the bottom and came off when the slipper stepped in paint? Makes sense, doesn't it? Wait, something's written on them. The Maractus Clinic. Exactly, the victim's clinic. Wait, that means that someone from the clinic was involved. Why is she just standing there eating? Detective Skye, I have a favor to ask. What? Can you get us access into the Maractus Clinic? The police won't let us in. They say the murder and the clinic are not connected. Why would they be blocking off access then? It's off limits until we prove they are. I should be able to do something for you, yes. Really? Oh, you did my work for me here with the shoe prints. Seems like I should return the favor. Thank you, Detective Skye. Here, show this to the police officer on duty. Detective Skye's orders added to court record. Allow the clinic access to this magician and attorney in Prosecutor Gavin's name. Right, Maractus Clinic, here comes justice. We could look at the other one, but I think we know who it is, and I do not care. It ought to be, what's his name? June 16th, Eldon's house. Ah, you two again. When will you learn? Look at me however you want, you're not getting in today. I wouldn't be so sure if I were you. Look at what we have. What's this? Detective Skye. Yesterday was Prosecutor Gavin, today's Detective Skye. Who are you two, really? Now he's suspicious again. Well, you got the orders. I gotta let you in. Have fun. Thanks, Mr. Officer. Let's hit it, Apollo. Alright, let's see what's up. Goodness, that's a lot of bowls. June 16th, Maractus Clinic reception. Got some shoes here. What on earth is the scale happening here? June 16th, Maractus Clinic reception. Hold on a second. This shoe is the size of this bowl, which they're right next to this thing. These bowls and shoes look enormous. What is happening? That's very odd. Was there supposed to be like a table there? That's not right. Huh, kind of an at-home sort of place, isn't it? This place has a connection to the murder in the park. I'm sure of it. The police guy out front wasn't so sure. Beyond it being where the victim lived, looks like the police team's gone home for the day. There might be some clues lying around. Let's get cracking, Apollo. Alright. First off, let's look at these. There's a single pair of sandals here. Wait, but why would there be sandals here? Unless they belong to one of the patients. Or maybe it's a visitor that's come to see Dr. Maractus. You'd think they'd use his house entrance instead of the clinic entrance in that case. And if this patient or visitor isn't still here, why'd they leave without their shoes? Better take a look at these just in case. Sandals added to the court record. Cute women's sandals found in the Maractus Clinic foyer. I'll look at everything else first.
These must be the slippers for the patients at the These must be the slippers for patients at the clinic.
The same as the pair we found, of course.
Look, a single pair is missing from the rack here too.
Ours have paint on the bottom,
Which means they were taken out of here on the night of the murder.
right. The paint's from the hit and run, after all. What were a pair of clinic slippers doing in that trash can? And what were they doing at the scene of the hit and run? Flowers, got fish, painting, plant, endless noodle bowls.
Oh, look at all these bowls.
They're from Eldoon's Noodles. There's Mr. Salty.
Then I think we figured something out.
I think we have.
Mr. Eldoon must do takeout.
Not exactly what I was thinking.
All the bowls have been washed clean.
We found our first clue, Trucy. The clinic reception desk. No one's here, of course. There's a small sign on the counter. Please pay your bill. Remember, we're the ones holding the scalpel. Brutal, but effective. Door.
Look, this door says doctor's office.
Think this is the victim's private office?
It's not locked. Too bad.
Why too bad?
I like opening locks. It's kind of a hobby of mine. Like those little bike locks.
Don't even bother putting them on when I'm around.
That's probably not a hobby you want to tell too many people about.
Oh.
Apollo, that sound, it came from behind this door.
Someone's in there. Let's check it out, Trucy. A break-in. They left through that window.
Wait, Apollo, you're too late to catch them now.
That must be your experience of the penny snatcher chaser talking. Well, we should tell the police.
Let's check their room out first, Apollo. If we call the police now, we'll lose our chance.
You're right. She's better at this than I am.
Well, one thing's for certain. This clinic and our murder case are looking pretty related now.
Did they break the window? Didn't hear the sound of glass breaking. Maybe they broke it to get in, actually. And so they would have broken it before we left, and they just freaked out and dropped something when they heard you messing around. What in the world are these? Whoa, what are those? The wall is covered with beakers.
Something's moving inside that one. You look, Apollo.
Hey, look yourself. You can't. Oh. It's a goldfish.
Oh, wow, they're all fish. So many kinds.
I don't think those are good containers for fish. Whoever designed this had a sick sense of humor. I don't think fish would like to live in those.
What a cute little safe.
Looks like a 4-digit lock. Oh.
Someone's already entered in 2 numbers, Apollo.
7, 9... Wait, do you think that burglar just now was trying to open it? I wonder what's inside the safe.
Is there any way we can figure out the last 2 numbers?
Well, we know the first 2 are 7 and 9. Do we?
Maybe there's something in the court record?
Something that can help us figure out the last...
Something that can help us figure out the last 2 numbers.
I wonder... I have an idea. Well, I have an idea.
I knew it, Apollo. What is it?
Well, all I have to know is what buttons have been pressed. We can use this to find out what the next 2 numbers are. Don't look at it. Always the wrong button. When you press the buttons, you'd have to touch them. With your finger, right? It would leave a print. When you open a safe, you don't press any other buttons but the right ones, right? So if we can find the buttons with fingerprints, we'll have the safe code. Not bad, Apollo. There we go. Back's been hit a lot. Look, you can see the oily finger residues clearly. Look at 7 and 9. These are glove marks. The burglar must have been wearing gloves. Well, we might not be able to identify the burglar, but we can open this safe. Let's give it a shot. 792552. No. I guess it's the other way. Okay. It opened. There's a bullet in the back of it. Normal. Look at this thing. This looks like a bullet hole. You can still see the bullet sticking out of it. Why is it in the middle of a safe? Why is it in the middle of a safe? Hey, the bullet came out! The tip is all squished. Not surprising, given that it was fired into a metal safe. This bullet's got a story behind it, that's for sure. Bullet added to the court record. Found in the Maractus Clinic safe. Squished from impact with the back of the safe. Cool, cool. It's definitely still there, but sure. We have a cat, that's just for decoration, I guess. Good luck or something. This looks like a medical chart. There's an x-ray in here with it. An x-ray? Can't make heads or tails of it. And I can't read the chart either. It's all in medical speak. But the names are easy enough to read. Look, by patient it says walkie-talkie. So this is Walkie, our client's chart, huh? Why would this one chart be here in the safe? Let's see, the physician's signature says Paul Maractus. What is it, Apollo? Look here, where it says who filed the chart. Let's see, Nurse Alita Tiala. Alita Tialta, he says. That's not what it is. Alita Tiala is Walkie's fiance. Oh no, he did say that like that. Okay, I thought they might have just typoed it. That's one Ita too many, Apollo. Never mind that. What's her name doing here? How should I know? Although, I guess it means she's on the staff at this clinic. Odd that she's neglected to mention this before now. I'm sure she had her reasons. Solita Tiala worked at the Maractus Clinic, and she had access to Walkie-Talkie's medical chart. You got the I and Y wrong, Apollo. Oh, so you did. I'd be very interested to find out what this chart says. Who could help us decipher this? Walkie's chart added to the court record. Deciphers, right. That doesn't actually look like words. Good job. I don't know, the x-ray doesn't look that hard to figure out. It looks like a piece of an x-ray of its chest. Can we look at it? No, we can't. How dare. Books and papers are scattered around the room. Wow, what a mess.
This is worse than Daddy's room. Burglar must have left in a hurry.
Even the cup on the desk here is lying on its side. Huh? The juice that spilled out of that cup, it's dry.
So the messy one wasn't our burglar just now.
Someone knocked this cup over a while ago and left it. Suppose might have been on the night of the murder? That makes sense. This potted plant has seen better days. That doesn't make sense either.
What doesn't?
Normally, burglars are looking for valuables, right?
That's true. That's what I would do if I were a burglar.
So why look under a potted plant?
Maybe they were looking for the key to the safe?
I've heard of people putting their house keys under plants, but the key to a safe?
Then maybe the burglar was looking for the house keys.
This is getting nowhere fast. Bottle lamp on the floor, just kind of set there.
Kind of an expensive looking lamp, isn't it?
Hey, the bulb's broken. Broken? Do we mean burned out?
No, our cat burglar must have dropped it.
The outside looks just as fragile, though. And it would take the damage first. But why is it standing up on the floor like that, then?
Hey, look at the cord.
Huh? There's a red splotch on part of the cord. Is there? It's not in that image. You think that's blood?
It's a little bright for blood, almost pinkish.
Something's definitely odd about this lamp, that's for sure. Lamp added to the court record. Alright, let's take a look. Yeah, that's broken. The bulb is broken. It won't turn on.
Oh, how is it broken?
Don't touch that. You'll cut yourself. Eek. Yeah. Only once. Shame on me. My finger. You're bleeding. Let me see that. Wait.
Magic blood.
Gotcha. Please don't do that again. I have enough to worry about with my coworkers injuring themselves on the evidence. This cord runs to the lamp. There's a red stain on it. Gotta wonder what left that stain. I mean, we've seen red paint at the Kitaki, entryway. I cannot imagine what this lamp would be doing there, though. Unless there was just paint on whoever came back and they, like, pulled the cord to unplug it for some reason, but then didn't notice they got paint on it. I'm not sure why they would need to come back and do that, though.
Wait, I know. Maybe it was left there by a red marker. Like they were trying to write their name and slipped.
Why would anyone write their name on a lamp cord?
I used to write my name on my magic ropes.
Nothing else to look at, really? Broken window. The window was ajar.
That must be how our burglar escaped.
Was it open? It looks broken. I wonder who it was.
Maybe it was just a burglar who happened to pick here.
Yeah, but there's a patrol car sitting out front. If I were a burglar, I'd come back the next day at least.
I'd give it a month myself.
Whoever broke in obviously needed to break in today. That looks like glass. And again, I suppose it wouldn't be so clean to break off everywhere. Maybe it's just a weird rock. I think I looked at everything. I looked at everything out here, so I suppose I'll just go. Let's see. Anything in here since we're in the area? No. Maybe there never will be again. Who knows? No one's in here. Anyone at the park? Oh. I know that face. That's the face of someone who's made a discovery. Hey, how did you know? You can't fool someone trained in the ways of science. Next time, she'll have us analyzing face prints. Let's ask Detective Sky to help us, Apollo. Oh, that's right. I didn't look at the shoe. I forgot to, like, look at it. Hey, Apollo, you think this is... Oh, this could be a toe print. Maybe we can get a print. Maybe we can get a print off of this. Let's try it out. Looks the same. Hey, it worked. That looks like a big toe, maybe. But wait, I mean, it's great that we got the print, but is there such a thing as a list of toe prints? Oh, good point. If there is, Detective Sky didn't give it to us. Which means we can't match this print. It seems like a good time to ask a detective's advice. Yeah, good idea. Okay. I should have looked at this closer. Wow, it's all mushed. That was one tough save. You know, it looks kinda yummy. Like ice cream. Caramel. You certainly have an active imagination, Trucy. I was thinking perhaps more muffin-shaped if you were gonna say that, but sure. That's not... Okay, I think we need to show it to you. Look at this that we found. These sandals. That's quite a clear print there. A toe print. Too bad we don't know whose toe it is. Well, there is a way of finding out, of course. There is what? All you need is a sample of the same toe print off another shoe, for instance. Or off another shoe, for instance. Oh, right. So if the prints match, you'd know the same person or both. Do I have another shoe worn by the same person? I think I just might, actually. Really? I'm beginning to suspect something here. Detective Sky, can you compare the sample with the other print? Always the wrong button. This pair of slippers. Toe print and all. Oh, the print on these is nice and clear too. That makes our job easy. Can you analyze it for us? Of course, hang on. Bingo! Gosh, I'm good. Hey, we were the ones who found the prints. A perfect match. Ooh. A little loud. The same person wore these sandals and slippers. I was afraid of that. What I have to do is find out who these sandals belong to. Garbage truck. Or, do you already know? I can't say. Not yet. Oh, that's one big step closer to the truth. I think I have a reasonably good guess. Is there anything else I want to show you? You don't happen to be able to read this, do you? Detective Sky, I was wondering about this. But Trucy, wait! What? That's vital evidence there. You can't show her that. It's our secret weapon in tomorrow's trial, for sure. Oh, clever, Apollo. What did I tell you before? That thing's so loud. Why is it so loud? Oh. You're going to talk behind someone's back to it quietly. Alright. Actually, I think I know who we should talk to about reading the chart. It's, Eldoon. He wasn't there when I went out there, though. Are you here now? No. I suppose we'll run into him later. Let's head back here. June 16th, Hickfield Clinic. There you go. I can speak. The prodigal attorney returns. Welcome, Apollo. Heard you did well in the trial today. Here to discuss something. We could use a little diversion. What did Detective Sky say? If you want to know something, you have to investigate it yourself. Mr. Wright? Tell me what happened 7 years ago. Please. I want to know. I need to know. You certainly didn't waste any time getting to the point. Oh, goodness. You don't need to be that loud. This is the garbage truck. Okay. Certainly didn't waste any time getting to the point. No, there they go again. Except now they're driving away, finally. Worst timing. Always. Alright, what's up? Seven years ago, I was standing in a courtroom on behalf of a client. The case involved the death of a certain magnificent genius. I'd be surprised if you hadn't heard about it. It was all over the news. I remember that. You were up against Prosecutor Gavin, weren't you? Yes, he was only 17 years old at the time. 17 years old? That's still high school. He took the bar exam abroad, in Europe. They're progressive over there, you know? Does that still hold up when you go to another country? Different countries have different laws. Like Emma with her forensic science, I understand. Like, that's just science. That's not going to be different in different places, but the law very much is. I was defeated by a 17-year-old newcomer. In my shame, I left the practice forever. That's all. That's all? How could that be all? What do you mean? What about what they were saying on the news about forged evidence? They said you forged evidence and had your attorney's badge stripped from you. Tell me, how does it feel? How does it feel to stand here before Phoenix Wright, the forging attorney himself? How does it feel? I don't want to believe it's true. But what about what happened in my first trial? Didn't you notice in today's trial, there was a single piece of forged evidence? I'm talking about evidence that shouldn't have existed. A naughty magician's trick. I don't see you jumping to my defense on this one. Maybe I did forge evidence, maybe I didn't. It doesn't really matter now, does it? But I'm not an attorney anymore. That's the only truth you need to know. Mr. Wright. Looks like he doesn't want to talk about the accusations of forgery for now. Alright. I suppose we need to show you anything, really. We need to go talk to Eldoon. Are you back yet? Can we talk to you? You left? You went somewhere? I'm going to knock on your door. Mr. Elodun's house has seen better days. And I'm betting I've eaten better noodles. Okay. Anyone in here? No. Oh, I don't need to examine. Let's see. No, I was just in here. Maybe I need to do the last, footprint thing, even though I have a reasonably good idea of who it is. Maybe it wants me to do it anyway. Fine, let's do it. Just get it out of the way. Detective Sky, mind if we give it another shot? I believe you're beginning to appreciate the wonder that is forensic science. Now to pick which print you want to analyze. Yes. Okay, looking good. Next to dry the plaster. Okay, let's take out the mold. Yes, that's a good one. Next, the ink. Right, now the moment you've all been waiting for. Let's take our print. Ready? Here goes. Oh, okay. It's like a nail in the bottom. Let's see if we get a match. Might not for you. No. I wonder if that's relevant. So these shoe prints belong to Wesley Stickler. This confirms his testimony, the final version of it, at least. Now we know where the panty snatcher was standing. Great. You don't care about the nail in the bottom? I guess it could have come from anywhere, and we haven't exactly run into anything that would involve nails. Looking over here doesn't seem to be doing anything. Where am I going? Are you back yet? Can I speak with you? No. Yay. Okay, something's here. June 16th, Detention Center Visitors Room. Don't cry, Angel. Daddy's back and Daddy's... Oh, you again. Do you always have to announce your entrance like that? Man, my old man, Man! I'm all in a funk and it's his fault. One can only assume that his father tried to teach him a lesson and failed, clearly. You two got your work cut out for you, straight up. Of course, I don't care if they lock me up. I'm ready to go. Some days I wonder why I do what I do. Got anything new to say? Hey man, you won't see me bugging about one or two guilty charges. What if you're found guilty of murder? Hey, it's all experience, feel me, shorty? Like a badge of honor. They don't give the death penalty, do they? You didn't really do it, did you? Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. If I found one thing today, it's that silence speaks louder than words. Man, my old man is whack. Disappointing, that's what he is. I heard that he wants to leave the mob. For my dead body. I spent my life trying to keep it real, being an OG, and never stepping down. Now my old man wants to go soft. Fine, just let him. Fine, let him. Just leave me out of it. The day I get out of this clink, that's the day Lita and I start the next generation of the Kitaki family. Please don't talk as though it's assumed you're going to jail for my sake. Okay. Do you want to look at objects? Oh, these shoes. Do you know whose shoes they are? Wonky, you don't have to recognize these, do you? Hey, sure I do. I was the one that bought them for her. For Miss Tiala. Yeah, birthday present. She got mad little feet. Mad. So cute, man. So these sandals are hers. Yeah, I kinda had a feeling. What's up with the funky vibes? Sandals updating the court record. Present from Wonky, found in Maractus Clinic foyer. Big toe print found on left sandal. Alita sandals. Cool. You don't have thoughts on these, do you? Man, that is so far off the hook, it's off the chain, G. He seems preoccupied with something else. Wonder how my Alita's doing. Man, I miss her. Okay. Thought on Bullet. No thoughts on Bullet. Your medical charge. Oh, what's that? Some kind of x-ray? Wait. That's right, Wonky, it's yours. Hey, look, I don't smoke or nothing. I'll live long, right? I don't think he gets it, Apollo. Take a closer look. Here, in particular. Where it says nurse, it's signed Alita Talia. Huh? You lawyers do your homework. So, when you met Miss Talia, when you... Yeah, I met her at the clinic, so... Could you tell us a bit about the circumstances of your meeting? Fine. I'll tell you how we met if you really want to know that bad. Cool. About half a year ago, I was shot during a little turf war with another family. I was ready to die, sure, but they came in and got me. Hauled off to the docks. The Maractus Clinic. That's where I met her, my fallen angel. You mean Alita Tiala? She was scared of me at first, turns out. But, you know what they say, the bad guy always gets lays. Right. She was done with that clinic anyhow. So I was like, I'll take you on, woman. Straight gangster style. Guess what she said? What did she say? Come on, give it some thought. She said it real quiet, like on the down low. Know what I'm saying? I'll leave if you'll marry me. So that was the proposal? You know it. You know the love right there in the hospital room. Just like that, the op was done and we were out of there. See you later, bye. About that op. Yeah, it didn't go so well after all, did it? I know about the report. I know it's still in me. This health checkup was the boss's idea, he said. Yeah, can you imagine? What's the point of living healthy when you're a G, you know what I'm saying? Didn't you learn about the bullet at that checkup? Yeah, that's when I knew that doctor had to pay. Figured I could get that cap pulled after I got my revenge. And hey, I'm still living large now, aren't I? Incidentally, have you ever had a health checkup before? My old man suddenly gets the idea that we all gotta get checkups. Yes, he's getting old. Older, I mean. Anything else to show you? You know about noodles? No, you don't. Whatever. You see this thing? No, you don't care. This is yours. You don't care. Whatever. So that's all we'll be getting out of you. Confirmation of the owner of the shoes, at least. Let's go back to the park. Is anybody at the park? You're still at the park. Did you know I figured out who these belong to? Does this help anything?
Well, if the prints on these slippers and these sandals match what they do, means that the same person was wearing them. No, I thought that's what it might mean. Science is amazing.
It is, isn't it? I've never felt so alive. I don't know about science, but this is a major lead. Okay. Whatever. Is Eldun back yet? Can we show him the stuff? Can he read it, please? Thank you. June 16th, Eldun's house.
Mr. Eldun, we've been looking all over for you.
What's the matter, Juicy Doll?
Apollo, show him what we found. Nothing like expert advice.
I suppose he is a doctor still. Mr. Eldun, is everything okay? I'm just so happy. I thought my doctor days were gone for good. Mr. Eldun. Okay. Anyway, I found this. Mr. Eldun, could you take a look at this? Medical chart. You shouldn't go around taking these for clinics.
Why this sudden silence, Mr. Eldun?
What's going on here? That's what we want to know. This chart belongs to my client.
He's on trial on suspicion of murder.
On trial? That's crazy. You can't put him on trial. He's ABD. What does that mean? About die? All but dead. It's knocking on the pearly gates and someone's about to answer. Can you tell us why? Okay, sure. That's not your hair. Why do you just have noodles on your head? I could accept that your hair just looked like noodles and that was the joke. But now you just... it's not. And you just have noodles on your head. Why would you do that? Well, for me to speak as a surgeon. You listen up good now, son. No way, it's like he's a completely different person. Alright. Well, according to this chart, this walkie-talkie feller's not doing so well. He's got a bullet lodged right upside his heart. That's right. Yeah, but this chart talks about the post-op. In other words, the operation is already finished. But you can still see that bullet stuck in there. Why would it still be in there after the operation to remove it? Well, not the only reason I can think of is it was too tricky to operate on.
What?
That bullet snug as a bug there next to the aorta, which is connected to the heart. Heck, that scrap metal's just surrounded by blood vessels. Kind of a miracle. 2 millimeters to either side, and there'd be some serious bleeding going on in there. Well, it's something your average doc can be eager to fiddle with.
You mean...
It took a miracle to get that bullet stuck where it is. It'd take more than a miracle to take it out. Take a magician.
I'm only up to making rabbits disappear. I haven't learned bullets yet.
Of course, with the heart pumping and lungs working, that bullet's on the move. Given another half a year, tops. But Walkie's operation was already half a year ago. That's why I'm saying you're out of time. This kid shouldn't be on trial. He should be on an operating table.
Great, just great.
Maybe we should, like, tell them that he can go to the hospital and he just doesn't need to be in court. He's got other problems. We'll just talk to the people. Don't worry. That's still in
How could Dr. Maractus do such a terrible thing? How could he just leave that bullet in there?
I got a pretty good idea of how he felt. An emergency operation. He's got the kid's chest open on the table. And he finds that bullet. That's despair right there, Trucy doll. Cold despair.
Despair?
Well, the only thing he could do is sew the boy back up. He wasn't exactly in the situation to go admitting he couldn't take it out.
The Kitakis.
You bet. This kid's their only son, I hear. So he skips the operation, walks back on the street, living his life. Of course, it's only a matter of time before his heart hemorrhages and he drops cold.
How awful.
And which doctor would they take him to? Roctus. He's got enough ties to them, he could probably cover up the truth of what happened.
That's just horrible. He left Walkie to die.
In the darkness and spoiled Trucy doll, waiting, hungry. Compared to it, the gang's turf wars are like kids' games. These gangs' turf wars, these. When you're up against real evil, whoops. Well, don't matter if you're weak or strong. It'll take you all the same.
You were a surgeon, right, Mr. Elnoon? You could operate on Walkie, couldn't you?
I wish.
What?
I'm afraid there ain't nobody in the country that could. Maybe not even in the world.
So Walkie.
He's real lucky to be alive even now.
No.
There's one problem.
Apollo?
This chart, look at the nurse section. Alita Tiala.
That's right. This operation was how they met.
Yeah, the problem is she knew. She knew about Walkie's condition, guaranteed. Why didn't she ever tell him? It doesn't make sense. If she knew her patient was in serious danger, you'd think she'd want to get that second operation before getting engaged.
What was she thinking, Apollo?
She was thinking she could get inheritance, I'm guessing. Get married real quick. Get what he dies, she gets whatever inheritance, and then does what she will with it, I suppose. I don't know what she wants exactly. Maybe she's related to the other gang, and doing that would allow her to take over, except if it was that quick. The actual father is still in charge, so I'm not sure it'd be that much, but you know, whatever. Maybe just get in line for it, given that she was married to him, and then when the guy dies, they could do that, maybe.
What was she thinking, Apollo?
What were you thinking, Alita Tiala? Let's go hunt her down. Except we won't save progress displays. Right up to the trial. Well, let's just go on then. I suppose we'll talk to her here. June 17th, 9:52 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 2.
This is it. The big day. Did you get any sleep?
Yeah, I went to bed at 1 a.m. or so. Goodness.
Oh, what time did you wake up?
3 a.m.
Jeez. That's only 2 hours, Apollo. But at least you have me. And the amazing Mr. Hat.
Here's looking at you, kid. Good luck today, Apollo. That voice. Who is this? It's you. Hey, you had any sleep?
Mr. Right.
I was going out of my mind with boredom, so I found myself out earlier today. Somehow, that place makes fake piano playing at the Indulging Pasta joint seem almost fun.
Daddy, do you know who Prosecutor Gavin's witness is today?
Take a guess.
How about Little Plum?
That Sherman take of a mom? Nope, guess again.
That's too bad. You know, speaking of moms, I need to find me a new mommy one of these days, Daddy.
It's apparently morning and you're at it already, Trucy. Okay, see, this is why I don't buy their father-daughter relationship. So, Mr. Wright, do you know who the prosecution's witness is? Related to Tiala, your client's fiance. She's going to be a witness? Well, we need to talk to her anyway.
That seems odd. Why would she testify against her own fiance?
You have to wonder what Gavin's up to. Something's going down today. That much is clear.
Well, not to worry. I've got my panties back. If we can't find a killer, I'll pull one out of there.
June 17th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4. Court is now in session for the trial of Walkie Kitaki. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Prosecution is warmed up and it's a sold-out house. Very well, to recap. While yesterday's witness seemed more guilty than any other party,
Guilty of panty snatching.
we did find out one thing for certain. There were 3 people in the park at the time of the murder. The witness, the victim, and the defendant. Correct, Judge? But today I'd like to do something a little new age. I look at this horrible crime from the outside. The outside. The acquisition of the murder weapon, the preparation for the act. A poor defendant told all you see. To his betrothed. His betrothed. His fiancé, Judge. His partner for life, with no chance for parole. Very well, you may show the lucky lady to the stand. Your name and occupation, Fraulein?
Lita Tiala. My occupation is future wife.
Ah, traditional values, I respect that. Too many brides these days can't even weave baskets blindfolded, underwater. Yet you're here today as a witness for the prosecution.
To be honest, I didn't want to testify at first, but I couldn't hide the truth.
Honesty, another admirable trait. Caroline, is it true that on the day of the crime, the defendant, Walkie Kitaki, confessed his plans for murder?
Yes.
Witness will please give her testimony to the court. Witness testimony. Walkie's plan.
It was the day that the family health checkup results came back.
I don't think that's a good voice. Something.
It was the day that the family health checkups results came back. When Walkie found out that Dr. Maractus has lied, he flew into a rage. I'll teach him, he said. He took one of the family's pistols. And you already know what happened that night. I just don't see how anyone but Walkie could have done it.
So the pistol did belong to the Kitaki family then? Yes, with regards to this, an investigation is underway at the Kitaki mansion on charges of the possession of illegal firearms. And the bullet that took the victim's life, was it fired from the pistol that the defendant procured? Yes, this has been proven.
How can you prove something like that?
Bullets carry marks from the barrels that fired them, called rifling marks.
Rifling marks?
Think of them as being a gun's fingerprint, left on every bullet it fires. And when did you first hear about Walkie's plan?
It was the day of the murder. I should have stopped him. I just didn't think he would actually do it.
Very well. The defense may begin the cross-examination.
It was the day that the family health checkup results came back.
Okay.
Hold it!
That was the day of the murder, correct?
Yes, everyone in the family received their checkup results that day. When Wonky looked at his face went so pale.
Of course, he had just found out that he had a bullet in his chest. So you were there at the time.
Yes, poor Wonky. When Wonky found out that Dr. Marcus had lied, he flew into a rage.
That must have been, quite frightening.
He was furious. He ripped his report up into shreds.
Incidentally, I had to request another copy to file as evidence. A bothersome chore, but one I performed without complaint.
Wonky's at an age where he's hard to control when he loses his temper. Of course, that little bit of instability is so cute. Great, now he sounds like a psychopath. I'll teach him, he said. He took one of the family pistols.
So, is it easy to take a pistol out from the house?
Not really, I think. There's a system in place to limit access. But Wonky is a special case, being the next in line.
Perhaps his treatment was a bit too special, yeah?
Well, maybe he's a bit spoiled. I hear he got amazing presents for his birthdays. Last year was a switchblade made out of chewing gum and a chocolate gravestone.
Sounds like he has a taste for sweets and danger. The point here being that Wonky had access to a pistol.
And you already know what happened that night.
What happened? Meaning murder.
Yeah, that's good. I tried to stop him, I really did. But Wonky wouldn't listen.
Our defendant was nothing if not determined, it seems. But the last thing you should do is blame yourself, miss.
I just don't see how anybody but Wonky could have done it.
How can you say that for certain? How? Forehead, you will refrain from badgering, Fraulein. It was the defendant, and Wonky, was it, who took the pistol from his home. We know this for a fact now. Suppose we do. How could anyone else have used this pistol to shoot the victim? They could not. Simple logic, yeah? That does seem to be the case. Does the defense have anything to say regarding this point? Could someone else have used that pistol? I mean, currently the thought is that it might have been her. Based on your testimony, there was clearly another. One other person had access to that pistol. What's this? Interesting. Let's ask the defense then. Tell the court who this other person with access was. It's her herself. Well, of course, I mean you, Miss Talia. Tiala.
Me? But why?
You were quite clear when you told the court. You heard about the pistol from the defendant on the day of the murder. In other words, you knew what he was planning. Objection! Let me get this straight. You intend to tell us that this lady stole the pistol from her fiancé and killed a man in cold blood on his behalf? In cold blood. I've heard of people doing strange things for love, but this does seem a bit unfathomable, to be sure. I'm all for romance and supporting your partner in life, to be sure, but I think I would hesitate at murder.
I'd hope you do more than hesitate.
But what if a different connection could be proven? A connection between the witness and the victim. We might find that she had a personal motive beyond wanting to help her fiancé. That would put things in a slightly different light. What possible connection are you suggesting here?
You know what I'm starting to think? I'm starting to think that the police never looked inside that safe.
I have evidence showing a connection between the witness, Miss Tiala, and the victim. That looks like a medical chart. Found inside a safe at the Maractus Clinic. I'd like to draw the court's attention to the names written on the chart. Also, don't worry how I got into this safe. It's fine. Don't worry about it. What? Miss Tiala? Whatever. Why is your name on this chart? Well, care to explain the meaning of this, Miss Tiala?
I'm not sure what you mean by meaning, Mr. Justice.
Our warm little fiancé just froze over.
I was on staff at that clinic until half a year ago. It was boring, so I quit. That's all. Is there a problem with that?
Miss Tiala, you testified that you had no connection to the victim.
And I don't now.
Now?
I quit half a year ago, didn't I? So there's no connection. Let me guess, you're the kind of guy who can't rest until he knows every last detail of his girlfriend's past. Am I right?
That's not true at all. Why I embrace the ones I love, past flaws and all. No. There's no connection now. Doesn't fly in a court of law.
Doesn't fly.
She's one tough nut. She probably feels right at home with Kitakis. You left your job at the Maractus Clinic, true, but you remain connected somehow. Very well, Mr. Justice. Show us evidence that proves the witness is still connected to the Maractus Clinic. These sandals were found in the Maractus Clinic lobby. They're yours, aren't they?
Well, who knows? I'm sure there are lots of people with those sandals.
So sorry, Fraulein, but your act isn't working. A moment of hesitation just now cost you.
What's with you? I thought you were on my side.
Perhaps you were unaware that toes leave toe prints. A simple analysis of these sandals will reveal all.
Well, now we see your true colors. I was wrong to cooperate with you from the beginning. I just wanted you to help get Walkie back on the straight and narrow.
This court thinks you need to worry less about Walkie and more about yourself. Sounds as though we need to hear a bit more about your story. Your sandals were found in the entrance to the clinic, which means you went there on the day of the murder.
Well, there's a little point in denying it.
Very well, the witness will tell us about this visit. Why did you go to the Maractus Clinic that day? Drink water. I'm gonna have to fill that back up soon. Maractus Clinic.
I did go to the clinic that day. My first time in half a year since I quit in January. I went to warn him. After all, I knew Walkie had the pistol. The doctor always was a timid man, too. Too timid to admit his own mistake. Where else would I have gone? I'm not hiding any dark secrets. I wanted to tell him to be careful. He's an old friend.
By mistake, you mean the mistake we heard about from the defendant. The botched operation.
He was a timid, small man, but I never wished him harm. I just thought I should let him know, you know?
That does make sense. Yes, but there is still one thing which does not. What's that, Prosecutor? Prosecutor Gavin. Sandals left in the lobby, of course. We can assume she wore these sandals to the clinic, yeah? And why did she not wear them home? If it were me, I would have worn them home. I would have worn those sandals home too. So why were the sandals left behind? I don't know why that's happening. So why were the sandals left behind? Keep pointing out the contradiction before me. There's probably a good explanation for this, right, Miss Tiala? Say, for instance, there happened to be a similar pair of sandals there which you wore home by mistake.
Actually, that's right. I'm impressed, Mr. Gavin.
Oh, it's nothing. There is, after all, no other possible explanation. Yeah, forehead? What the? No fair! It's filling all the holes in her testimony. The defense may begin the cross-examination. No, I want to argue against what he just said right now. Did go to the clinic. First time in half a year since quit in January. And around what time did you go to the clinic?
I don't remember exactly, but it was after 9:30, I think.
And that was the first time you had contacted Dr. Maractus in half a year.
Of course it was. He wasn't the kind of boss you made friends with.
So why did you go to the clinic that day?
To warn him. After all, I knew Waki had the pistol.
Did you want Dr. Maractus to run away?
Well, after I failed to stop Waki, I thought that was the only other way to avoid the problem.
Couldn't you have called? Why go in person?
I called several times that evening, but no one was in.
The victim was busy driving home until after 9 p.m. that night, remember? This was proven by this mirror yesterday, yeah?
I thought if I warned him, he would run away for sure. Knowing the doctor always was a timid man, too timid to admit his own mistake.
You mean that act of malpractice on Waki, correct?
If he had just told Waki the truth in the beginning, none of this would have happened.
True, that operation was the start of this whole affair.
Oh, of course, if he told him, he might have been erased by the Kitakis much earlier.
A disturbing thought. You know that the Maractus Clinic had ties to the Kitaki family. You probably couldn't have gone to the police even if you wanted to.
That's why I knew I had to warn him. Why else would I have gone? I'm not hiding any dark secrets.
No dark secrets, eh?
What? You can be however you want, Mr. Justice. You won't find a thing.
She's hiding something. I know it. You must have some evidence that proves it, too.
You're free to think whatever you like. I went to that clinic with only one thought in mind. I wanted to tell him to be careful, as an old friend.
But then you'd be betraying Waki, wouldn't you?
Oh, I did it for him, for us.
She went to warn him so that her fiancé would not have to commit such a crime, yeah?
I didn't want them to take my Waki away.
There's no way she went to that clinic just to warn him.
Do you know why she went to Apollo?
Trying to figure out what really happened at that clinic, and fast. I think if we show the slippers, look at the fingerprints or the toe prints. We check them.
Objection!
Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence. Okay. Oh, are you sure? Maybe if you said the problem, that didn't go so well. It would have gone better if you, explained what you were talking about. You should explain the problem. Pistol, you're timid. First time in half a year since you quit in January. Is there anything that argues against that concept? This doesn't appear to have a date on it. I guess that's whatever. We've already used that. We know the date of it. Yeah, I guess it would have been January if this was in June and it was half a year ago. Anything else that proves you went? Oh. No, that doesn't prove you were there. Less further back. And to warn him, you knew walkie pistol. Timid, too timid to admit his own mistake. Not hiding any dark secrets. Who are though? No dark secrets. What kind of thing? Hiding something. I have some evidence. You think whatever you like. Nope, that's not the button I meant. Actually, I think maybe the problem is that her name is in fact on that thing. She saw the problem and also didn't say anything. Objection! Yes. This chart was found inside a safe in the doctor's office. Yes? Why would this one chart be in that safe? Miss Tiala, you know why it was, don't you? Mind filling me in? Dr. Maroctus didn't have the leisure of making mistakes. That's why he wrote up a false report and kept the truth locked away. Bad doctor. And this is where you come in, Miss Tiala. The nurse who filed this chart was you, which means you knew about Walkie's failed operation. Interesting. You were in the same position as Dr. Maroctus. Kind of makes it hard to claim no connection, doesn't it? You're bold for a novice, I'll give you that. Mr. Justice, you must know I was only a nurse. The doctor is responsible for the chart's contents. This chart business seems to be quite important. Please amend your testimony accordingly. Too bad, little attorney. My bracelet's reacting again. What is it, Apollo? I felt my bracelet tighten just now. Your bracelet? Just like yesterday, like you said. When a witness is unsure of something, their nervous habit gives them away. But I can't see anything, Apollo. And what's my bracelet reacting to? Wait, maybe... Yes, that has to be it. What has to be it? Your senses, Apollo. They must be sharper than mine. Uh-huh. I can't see it, but you can sense it. I don't know about that, Trucy. I don't have some kind of special power or anything. Listen to me, Apollo. There's a weak point somewhere in Miss Tiala's testimony. But we don't know what her nervous habit is. Well, then what do? You have to perceive it yourself, Apollo. With your eyes and your senses. It's up to me and my bracelet. I don't know why, but the bracelet helps. Somehow, touching it helps me focus. Let's give it a shot and bring down that testimony. But I go to the clinic for now for a half-year-old chart. But your signature was on that chart. So, what does that have to do with this case? If there was something in that chart to make me look bad, I would have dealt with it. The only one responsible for that chart is the presiding doctor, Dr. Maroctus. He's hiding something. I can smell it. I bet she's got a habit that gives it away. Just have to focus to find her nervous habit. Maybe it's time to give my bracelet a rub. Why would I go to the clinic now? A hero chart. Crane's doing anything? I was busy.
Gotcha!
Like fiddling with your ring. Why go to the clinic for a half-year-old chart now, you ask? But you know why you would go now, don't you? I don't know what you're talking about. That background is distracting. It was quite clear, Miss Tiala, you have a nervous habit. The moment you said the word now, you used your right thumb to fiddle with your ring. But what? She was unsure. I saw it. Now, that's the key word. The chart wasn't a part of your past. It was a clear and present threat. That's ridiculous! If that were the case, I would have had 6 months to do something about it. Indeed. Which means something happened quite recently. Something to make that chart a problem for you now. I've got her on the ropes now. I can feel it. Time to strike the killing blow with evidence. Miss Tiala, there's no use trying to hide it. The chart became a threat to you now because of this. No, that's not it. It's this one. Check up.
Take that!
A health checkup report belonging to the defendant. The Kitakis are trying to get out of the business. The health checkup this month was their first ever. What did you think when you heard about this? Nothing. Why should I think anything? Oh, I would think you were positively beside yourself because you were afraid. You knew what Walkie's chest x-ray would reveal. A full half-year had passed since the operation. You thought you were home free. And the chart came back to haunt you. Where'd you get feathers? I guess maybe your chest thing is feathers. That's all, Your Honor. Oof. What just happened? Did the witness just admit to lying? I sensed it. There was a great aura emanating from her forehead. Very cool. So the lady was lying, it seems. That's correct. She said she had no connection to the Maractus Clinic, but her connection was deep indeed. A bit too deep. If the Kitakis got a hold of this chart with her name, she'd be finished. Isn't that right, Miss Tiala? You guessed it. Order! Order! I did it. I broke her testimony. Amazing, Apollo. I didn't see it at all. Daddy was right about you. Wait! Miss Tiala? It's true, that chart was bad news for me. That's why I went to meet the doctor that day. But that's all. I told him about Walkie and went home. It appears this cross-examination is far from over. What? She hid the truth from us. This is clear, yet it is not clear that this truth has anything to do with the case at hand. Very well, the witness will add this to her testimony. and we'll have a bit more cross-examination. I was so close. You're still close. Keep on her, Apollo. That's better than dismissing her. Now we can talk to him. Nothing happened at all. I warned him and left.
Hold it!
How did Dr. Maractus respond to the warning?
Oh, he was quite surprised, panicky even. Who wouldn't be scared to learn that Kitaki was after them?
Incidentally, this court is not afraid of any mobsters. Why, we had a life-threatening situation just yesterday, right here in this courtroom.
Yeah, real impressive the way you stood up to the attack of the amazing Mr. Hat, sir.
After which I carried you back to your chambers.
Sounds like the judge had quite a fright.
Nothing happened in Maractus's office that day.
But what about the mess we found? Something definitely happened in that office, Apollo.
I know. We can't prove when it happened. Nor that Alita Tiala was in any way involved.
Well, let's try putting some evidence up anyway.
There's no way she went to that clinic just to warn him.
Do you know why she went, Apollo?
Trying to figure out what really happened at that clinic, and fast. Nothing happened at all. Warned him and left. Found a Maractus Clinic office, broken bulb, red stain on cord. That's not evidence of problems. That's what it is.
Objection!
You say nothing happened in the doctor's office. More time to eat ice. I disagree. Take a look at this.
What's that? Looks like a squished up ball of clay. Kinda like you, actually.
This bullet was found in the Maractus Clinic office. Something did happen in that office, Miss Tiala.
Objection!
Enough of this joking around. The police investigated that clinic.
Objection!
Ah, but this was stuck inside the doctor's safe. Inside the safe.
I guess the police didn't check that far.
Objection!
But there's a problem. How can you say that bullet was fired on that day?
Objection!
Weren't you the one who explained rifling marks to us? The pistol was taken from the Kitaki mansion that day. If the marks on this bullet match the murder weapon, then that proves a firearm was discharged discharged in that office on the day of the murder. Not bad, Forehead. Bailiff, have this bullet analyzed immediately. "30 minutes later, a report arrives. Were you just kind of like standing around that whole time? What were you doing?" "The rifling marks on both bullets are identical." "Well, it seems as though the bullet in the safe was fired from the murder weapon. Perhaps the defense would like to state their position. The bullet in that safe proves one fact. A pistol was fired in that office on that day. And at the time of the firing, the safe was open. The safe which contained the top secret chart. Do you think someone was threatening Dr. Maractus in order to open the safe? Only one person was in a position to do such a thing. Our witness, Alita Tiala. Why would she not take it if she was there, though? Just take it. Just burn it. Who cares? Do it right now. That fixes the problem, does it not? Order, order, order! Mr. Justice, where are you going with this? Are you accusing the witness? Alita Tiala knew about Walkie-Talkie's botched operation. She got engaged to him without telling him about it. As long as that bullet remained in his chest, his days were numbered. What if she married him and then the bullet finally reached its destination? What? That reminds me. Apparently, the Kadakas have been inserting themselves in lawful business practices. They're making quite a great deal of money. A fortune, if you will. Nefarious. She planned to marry him just to get her hands on this fortune. You're not helping. You keep talking trash about my Alita, and I'll sue you, Laura man. Me? Yeah, you said you'd abuse my Alita. I think you mean accuse. Same difference. But you can't have her. She's mine. Kitty, why are you making so much noise? Kitty. It was me. I shot that doctor, me. You left me to die, so left him to die too. There in that bark. Walkie! Just cool down a second, please. You keep your hands off my Alita, or I'll... Miss Tiala. I'm sorry. It's been so long since I've laughed that hard. Something funny. Walkie, wake up and smell reality. Alita, baby. Are you meant to be in your actual defendant spot and they just don't have another background for you to sit in? Maybe. The signature on that chart, the engagement. I mean, come on, it's so obvious. Even for a brainless, spoiled brat such as yourself. Alita? Honestly, it's like a breath of foul air, Fraulein. Hey, I wasn't getting out of this clean anyway. So, the family fortune is what you're really after. That's right. I wanted the money. No way, that's whack. I ain't trying to hear that. Should have done the wedding earlier. Oh well. By the way, can I ask you a question? Oh, me? I believe you said you were going to abuse me. Accuse? Of what crime, might I ask? Huh? Oh, I'm a bad girl. Sure, I got close to that brat because I wanted his money. But he was the one with the pistol. He could have fired it into the safe after I'd already left the clinic. What? I would never do a thing like that. It's definitely that silly brat. Wait, but... what are you talking about? Trucy? You had the most to lose if that chart was found. But I didn't have a pistol, now did I? Well, you could have taken Walkie's. You think he'd have mentioned that, no? All I've heard him say is it was me, I shot him.
Objection!
That's only because he's trying to protect you. Sorry to intrude in this lovely conversation. But the two of you are forgetting one critical point. What point? Certainly, the Fraulein wanted that chart. You assume she threatened the doctor into opening the safe, but then, wouldn't she have taken the chart? Yes, that is a problem. Oh. You see, that chart wouldn't have been left in that safe. He's right. Miss Tiala? Yes? It is clear to this court that you are not a very good fiancé. Oh, I'm flattered. Perhaps it is time you told us the truth. Tell us about yourself, including your actions and whereabouts on that day. Don't forget, we've proven that you were at the Maractus Clinic on the day of the crime. Yeah. Maractus Clinic 2. Yes, I went to the clinic that day to speak to the doctor. I wanted that chart, but I failed to get it, so I went back to the clinic later. In any case, I didn't shoot him. You don't have proof I stole that pistol, do you? That brat was spotted in the park at the moment of the crime. Frankly, I don't think it matters if Dr. Maractus was shot in the temple or not. Went back later. That chart was dangerous, you understand? I needed to get rid of it, that's why I went that day. But you couldn't get the chart then, could you? And later that night, Dr. Maractus was shot. I heard about the shooting, waited a day, but then I had to go back. No easy feat with the cops all over the place. Aha! That was you? Apollo! That sound, it came from behind the store. Someone's in there. A break-in. They left through that window. So you were the burglar. That was you too? Only had one more minute. Then I could have opened that safe and gotten the chart. What? That's trespassing. And brazen at that. Oh, is this a trial for trespassing now? Besides, you can't blame a girl for wanting to protect herself. They are gangsters, you know. In any case, Mr. Justice, your cross-examination. Preventing the little crime to avoid the big one, eh? Went to the clinic to speak to you. Why that day? That brat was uncontrollable. He was ready to kill. And that would bring in the police. And that chart would become evidence. And I'd be hung out to dry. But the police didn't check the safe, did they? Well, they thought the crime scene was the park. I'll make sure the responsible parties feel the heat. Such sloppiness won't be tolerated, yeah? Yeah. I'm kinda thankful for that sloppiness myself, actually. I wanted that chart, but I failed to get it, so I went back to the clinic later. Later. When I heard what happened, well, I was too scared to do anything that day. So I waited until the day after. The 16th, was it? Of course, you and that meddling kid had to get in my way. But why did Dr. Maractus keep that chart around? It was clearly dangerous for him. He could have burned it. Because he's a coward. The chart was his insurance. Insurance? My signature on that chart, to be more specific. That made sure I couldn't betray him. In any case, I didn't shoot him. You don't even have proof I stole that pistol, do you? But you could have stolen it. Could have. Is this some new definition of proof? We'll ask Walkie. He'll tell us.
Objection!
Might I remind you that this is a cross-examination? You might want to keep your baseless theories to yourself. He's right, isn't he? And that brat was spotted in the park at the moment of the crime. Yeah, but, That's what? You have nothing to say? This case is over. It was over the moment that brat was seen in the park. What's the point in dragging it out any further? Frankly, I don't even think it even... Oh, give me a minute. Frankly, I don't think it matters if Dr. Maractus was shot in the temple or not. The doctor was shot in the right temple, yes? So it seems. Let's review the facts again, shall we? If the killer shot from this location, the bullet would have struck our victim square in the forehead. However, the entry wound was in the right temple. Yes, we heard the testimony on this yesterday. At the time of the shooting, the witness was standing here. He wasn't, though. It was before the gun was fired, he shouted. The victim turned his head to look and was shot.
Objection!
But that testimony was proven to be a lie. Our egregious panty snatcher, Mr. Stickler, did witness the crime, but he was standing to the north, next to the trash can where he tossed those panties. If Mr. Stickler shouted from this location, the bullet couldn't hit his right temple.
Silly, silly attorney.
What?
Do you remember what you had for breakfast that morning?
Do you remember, Druzy?
I always have a glass of milk for breakfast. What matters is one thing. The doctor was shot in his right temple. If that's the case, there can only be one explanation. The panties guy was mistaken.
Objection!
But his location was proven. You can't write that off as him being mistaken.
Objection!
And why don't you show us their forehead? Show you what? Must I explain everything? Very well, let's recap. If the witness, panties guy, was standing to the north, then where was the shooter standing? From what location did the killer shoot the victim? But wait, if the witness was standing there, how could anyone shoot the victim in the right temple? I merely laid out the facts for us. It is up to the one possessing the shiny forehead to show us. If you can, that is. While Kiki Taki was standing at the killer mark, Wesley Stickler was standing at the witness mark, and of course Paul Maroctis was at the victim mark. Let's hear what the defense has to say. Where was the killer standing when they shot the victim? As the facts stand now, we can't explain this crime without contradicting ourselves at some point. But I know why. The real killer shot from an entirely different location.
What are you talking about? I don't see any other place.
Apparently Mr. Justice does. Let's hear it. Where in the park did the killer shoot the victim from?
Objection!
It's time to raise the roof and the stakes. Penalties are such frightening things, don't you think? What if they were a bit more terrifying? Like so. The double penalty. And Forehead wishes to take us in a new direction, and he must be ready for the challenges ahead. Challenge accepted. It's justice time.
Are you sure, Apollo?
The key is the witness, Mr. Stickler's testimony. If we believe that, and we know where he stood, and the victim turned when he shouted, there's only one place the killer could have been. The killer shot the victim from here. Inside here.
Take that!
I believe we all owe a debt of gratitude to Miss Alita Tiala.
What do you mean?
Thanks to you, we had a chance to review the crime. And this time, we were prepared. We know that Wesley Stickler was telling the truth. We should have listened to him from the beginning. Wesley Stickler was standing next to the trash can when he saw the two men.
Give me a minute.
He shouted, just as he told us in his testimony. And the victim turned to look in his direction. A shot was fired. The victim was hit in the right temple. Oh, no. Oh, yes. Which direction was his right temple facing at that moment? That's right, toward the noodle stand. Order, order, order! So you're saying the killer was inside the noodle stand?
Objection!
Let's think about this a bit more, shall we? You say the killer was inside the noodle stand, which would mean the victim, Dr. Maractus, came to the park wheeling his own murderer in the cart behind him. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. I think you'd notice if you were pulling someone along.
Objection!
There's something we should worry about before that. Why was he pulling the noodle stand in the first place?
Objection!
Let's deal with our problems one at a time, shall we? Someone was hiding in the stand. We have not come this far to talk about possibilities. Let's talk about proof, baby. Show us evidence that proves someone was in that stand. Can I prove that? You want evidence that someone was in the stand? I don't think I have anything that would prove that, huh? I don't even see how you're meant to get in there, other than climbing through the window. We have the footprint, but we don't have anything that shows the footprints anywhere, so... Yeah, this didn't get, like, more information on it. Too bad. Well, too bad. Kidding, just kidding, I've got it. Close one. And let's see it. Shows proof that someone was hiding in the noodle stand. I looked at that. That was just on the ground. That's normal. Da, da, da. This is the only thing I've got. Maybe I can point out the footprints with this. The Maractus Clinic. They're covered with paint. These slippers were found in a trash can near the crime scene. And a single slipper print was found at the scene, right next to the noodle stand. Oh, and Miss Tiala, your toe print was found in the left slipper. In other words, this is proof you were inside that noodle stand. Yet there was only one slipper mark found at the scene. Can this be called a footprint in good faith?
Objection!
Observe the diagram. A park pathway runs right next to the slipper mark. A slipper wouldn't leave a trace on a cobblestone path.
Objection!
Yet you still cannot say this is a footprint, yeah? Why not? You have an impression left by a single slipper. What if it was on the stand and simply fell to the ground?
Objection!
That's just dumb. One more thing. A noodle stand is typically cluttered with the tools of the noodle making trade. Give me a minute. There's no room for a person to ride in there. You have a point. Could someone have hidden in that stand?
Apollo, I think I might be onto something.
Huh?
I think I figured out one of our pieces of evidence. In order to make room in the stand, some things would have to be...
Well, Mr. Justice, you have proof that someone could have hidden in the stand. I can prove one thing. Someone did scheme to clear space in that stand. I don't have anything that shows the bowls were there. You want me to just show this bowl that I found on the ground, and then you'll bring up that you found a bunch in the clinic?
Take that!
This is a noodle bowl from the stolen Eldoon's Noodles noodle stand. Yes, and what about it? We discovered a large quantity of these bowls yesterday in the lobby of the Maractus Clinic. A large quantity of noodle bowls in the victim's clinic. Mr. Eldoon was very clear about those bowls. Well, I don't care who did it. Now that sand, I'm finished. All my noodle bowls were in there too. Yet, the bowls were removed. That night, there was space inside that noodle stand. Space created at the Maractus Clinic, no less. Right around the time that you were there, Miss Alita Tiala. Stop! I won't listen to any more of these wild fantasies. No, not fantasies. They're the worst lies that spoiled brat. They're worst lies in that spoiled brat's pickup lines. I would like to remind the witness of her current status. This court does not consider you entirely innocent. Show me an innocent, I'll show you a fairy tale. In any case, the defense has somehow made its point. The witness had both a motive and an opportunity to kill Dr. Maractus. More fairy tales. This whole trial's a fairy tale. And please pull us back down to reality, Miss Tiala. I'm giving you one last chance to explain yourself. This is it. Why was Dr. Maractus pulling that stand that night? And what was Alita Tiala doing inside it? Time to get to the bottom of this case. It's got a new testimony. Alright. But, whoops. I must feed the dog. I will be right back. The dog will be fed. I'll fill up my water. Then I will be back. it to you later. I've returned. The dog's been fed. I filled up my cup. Okay. Back to the game. Tiala's explanation. At night, I went to ask Dr. Maractus for the chart. I had no intention of ever letting that chart fall into the Kitaki family's hands. But Dr. Maractus didn't understand. For some reason, he thought the Kitakis had sent me. So I gave up and went home. All I did was talk to him. You knew about the botched operation, so you tried to get rid of the chart to save yourself. I won't make excuses. I did warn the good doctor. I gave him a chance. I told him that Brat got his health checkup report, and that he was coming to settle the score. I see. Very well, Mr. Justice, begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. This is the last testimony. Either I perceive the truth or it's over. At night, I went to ask Dr. Maractus for the chart.
Hold it!
So, you did go to steal that chart? Were you listening? I said I asked him for it. The victim was a man in good health. I don't see how she could have coerced him. True, it would have been impossible without a pistol. What if she did have a pistol? I admit I wanted the chart, that much is true. My reason was simple. I had no intention of ever letting that chart fall into the Kitaki family's hands.
Hold it!
It certainly would have put a damper on your wedding plans, I'd say. Not only that, if the Kitakis had gotten that chart, I'd probably be with Dr. Maractus now, pulling that great noodle stand in the sky. Seems our witness was in a fix as well. I would want to die pulling a noodle stand. When I die, he'll be disappearing mysteriously in the middle of a magic act. Could we be a little less morbid, please? So you see, I needed that chart. But Dr. Maractus didn't understand.
Hold it!
He didn't understand. He wouldn't listen to a word I was saying. The moment he saw me, he started to tremble. I thought, what a sad excuse for a man. Please don't smile like that anymore. It's creepy. He's practically delusional. For some reason, he thought the Kitakis had sent me.
Hold it!
They sent you. He thought the Kitakis had sent me to get the chart. It makes some sense. You are the son's fiance. Don't make me laugh. The Kitakis send me. They don't play that way. If they'd known about that chart, they would have gone in there with guns blazing. But I couldn't convince the trembling doctor otherwise. So I gave up and went home. All I did was talk to him.
Hold it!
If that was really all that happened, what were all those noodle bowls doing there? How should I know? There weren't any bowls when I went, I know that much. Why don't you let me be and go look for your killer someplace else, alright? I detect uncertainty there. This is my last chance. Apollo, any word from your bracelet? Yeah, actually, I felt it respond. I couldn't see a thing. It's up to you, Apollo. Time to perceive the truth. Here comes justice. I mean, this is the pose it was before. I think if we try it and then we can back out if it doesn't work, probably. I need to ask Dr. Maractus for the chart. Nothing's happening. Interesting. It doesn't seem that out of there. That part makes sense. I can understand. Talkie sent you. And this is the other suspicious statement. Sure. Your other arm is fully out of sight.
Gotcha!
All I did was talk and lie. What? Show me proof. I'm pretty sure about this one. I'm getting the hang of this. A little slip in confidence and they give it all away. Proof is you, Miss Tiala. All I did was talk to him, you claim. Yet you can't hide your own nervous twitch when you say those words. I twitch? What are you talking about? You have a habit of scratching the area of your neck around the edge of your scarf. What? This is working better than I hoped. Her unconscious actions tell the truth she won't say. Habits and lies. 2 dots. Connect the dots and find the truth. Don't look at me like that. I told you the truth. It seems that when you recall what really happened in that office, you can't keep your hands off your neck, can you? Seems that nervous habits are unconscious reactions that manifest when someone is trying to hide something. You can't hide behind your scarf, Miss Tiala. Something happened between you and the victim in the Maractus Clinic office. I've got proof that shows exactly what happened. What's that? You're touching your scarf again? There's something unusual about this lamp. The bulb is broken, and there's a red splotch on the cord. Seeing how you hide your neck, I think I can come up with a plausible explanation for the lamp's state. Well, spit it out! This talking circles nonsense is killing me. Sure. Very well. The answer is very simple, Miss Alita Tiala. Please remove your scarf.
Objection!
This is a trial to determine what happened in that park. Yet we seem to have drifted off target.
Objection!
We'll find out soon enough if we're drifting, as soon as the witness removes her scarf. I won't do it. This is insane. I'm an unrelated third party. You can't order me to ruin my clothing. Miss Tiala, I'm afraid you've forgotten what's already been proven. What? You are hardly unrelated. Please remove your scarf. No! No! I knew it. So I was right, wasn't I, Miss Alita Tiala? Ooh. Your neck. Your neck. That isn't what I think it is. Something did happen that night at the Maractus Clinic. You needed to get that chart back no matter what it took. Even if you had to steal your fiancé's pistol to do it. But wait! Looking at this lamp and the witness's neck, it looks like the very opposite happened. Exactly. The victim in the clinic that night was this witness. Specifically, you tried to threaten Dr. Maroctus and he attacked you. That's what happened that night at the Maroctus clinic. Oh, why is it flopping like that? Order! 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 Will someone please tell me what really happened? I told you the truth already. I went to the clinic that night to warn Dr. Maroctus. That gangster knows everything. He's coming for you. Looks like my clinic's seen its last patient. We have to get rid of that chart. Quick, open your safe. Give it to me. So you can save your own skin. What? I know what you're up to. You want in with the family. If they see that chart, you're finished. Leaving me holding the short straw. If I'm going down, I want some company. You. And what happened next? He jumped at me and knocked me to the floor. Then he took that cord. Paul Maroctus was serious. Deadly serious. He really tried to strangle me. I must have blacked out. So, you were the victim. And the red splotch on the cord was your lipstick. I didn't want to remember that night. Lipstick. That's not particularly red looking, but I guess she could have just been wearing something else at the time. That's why I didn't bring it up. There, are you happy now? I was out cold, almost killed. You claim I then snuck into that noodle stand? But how could I? Well, one thing is clear. We now know what really happened at the Maroctus clinic. It would seem that our victim was not entirely without blame himself. I'm sorry. I get so nervous just thinking of it. It's hard to breathe. I told you everything. Can I go home now? You bear some responsibility for events that day, true. Yet if you were also a victim, this court would owe you some sympathy. Well, Mr. Justice, I believe this clears up the remaining questions for Miss Tiala. When did this happen? Suddenly everyone's sympathizing with her. I don't know what to think anymore, Apollo. I mean, is that it? Do we know everything we need to know about Miss Tiala? Very well. This finishes the cross-examination of this... Not so fast. This party's just getting started. Now we rock. What? Those spikes on your head are softer than they look. Or do you not have the stomach to go all the way? Prosecutor Gavin. Maroctus choked Alita Tiala. She fell unconscious. But what happened next? He's right. There's more that we don't know. But she was choked hard enough to leave that mark. She would have been out for a while. Even still, what if it was her in that noodle stand? I could see him bringing her along so that she wouldn't go run and tell the police immediately. Keep her where he could deal with her. Alita Tiala, half dead, Dr. Maroctus pulling that stand, and a bullet fired from inside the noodle stand. Don't know why you'd leave the gun with her, though. That seems like a poor decision. What if it's all true? We might have already figured out what truly happened that night. Miss Alita Tiala, as you can see, we're not through with you just yet. You really want to blame me for this murder, don't you? You too, Prosecutor Gavin. Me? Fine, I only wish to know the truth. Well, let's go back over what we learned up until now. On the day of the murder, Walkie saw his checkup report, from which he learned about the bullet still inside him. So he took a pistol from the family stash, with the intent to give Dr. Maroctis some of his own medicine. And Miss Tiala heard about this from Walkie, so she went to the Maroctis clinic ahead of him, in order to get rid of the chart with her signature. But then, something happened. Shoo. Sounds like you figured it all out. Remember, I was the victim. I was out cold. But what about Dr. Maroctis? It does seem to be the problem. He had just strangled Alita Tiala. Perhaps he thought to death. What did he do after his crime? I was just knocked out, not dead. From the state of his clinic and the scene in the park, I think it's clear what the good doctor did next. Well, Air Forehead, care to guess? Well, Mr. Justice, what did Dr. Maroctis do? Maybe he didn't think he killed Alita Tiala. Do I have evidence to show what he did next? I mean... he took out the noodle bowls and took her down the road. What do you mean? Do you want the noodle stand or the bowls? I suppose I should just follow through in order. A large quantity of bowls were found in the clinic. Bowls that belonged to in a certain noodle stand, which means the stand was at that clinic. Why? Because Dr. Maroctis stole it and brought it there. Not a lot of bringing, it's not that far. What's killing me disturbed him that much? So much he randomly stole a noodle stand? It wasn't so random. Remember, he removed all the bowls. Maybe because the stand was heavy? Or he wanted to put something in the stand in their place. Wait, you don't mean... I do. Dr. Maroctis did replace those bowls with something. Your corpse, Miss Tiala. My corpse! Dr. Maroctis panicked. He thought he'd killed you. His next move would be to dispose of the body. That's crazy talk. You're all crazy.
Objection!
Then let's think about it, logically. The doctor had a place to dispose of you in mind. But on his way there, who should he run into but the defendant, Walkie Kitaki?
Objection!
I question your logic. What's this, Prosecutor Gavin? Park is a dead end. Why would he head in that direction to begin with? That's right, he had no reason to go there. Oh, now I get it. It was a trick. The spoiled brat made him do it. He made the doctor steal the stand.
Objection!
Tell me, why would someone go to a dead end? Unless the park was his destination. The park also isn't a dead end. It has an entrance and an exit. You can cut through it. What? Apparently, the defense has an idea. Tell us where Dr. Maroctis was heading with the stand. Here, please show us on this diagram. Where exactly was the victim dragging that stand? The river, I guess. Not really another place you'd want to throw that thing.
Take that!
There, that's a river. Yes, Your Honor. I scarcely need to explain why. The perfect place to dispose of a body.
He was going to throw me into that river?
He didn't have many other options, Fraulein. I believe this clears up all of the remaining questions. The victim pulling the stand and the defendant before him. And inside the stand, you, Miss Alita Tiala. And then, the denouement. Wesley Stickler, of panty-snatching fame, walks up. Seeing the two men, he shouts. In that instant, did you just take the gun and... I guess he just had his knife.
So, I shot him?
You were the only one who could have stolen Waki's pistol. It had to be you. Well, Miss Tiala.
Nice work.
You mean I'm right?
I mean, you've done a fine job dreaming up a story. To get that spoiled brat off the hook. You're the one who's dreaming. Apollo backed up everything he said with facts. If you're so sure he's making it up, give us another reason. Why was Dr. Maractus pulling that stand through the park? Who knows? But there's one gaping hole in your logic. I think Mr. Gavin knows whereof I speak.
Where of what?
I can't believe she's still trying to deny this.
Is this true, Prosecutor Gavin? Must I always be the one to point out our forehead's errors? Oops.
Maybe there really is something.
I believe the Fraulein speaks of Herr Dr. Scar. His car.
That's right, the Maractus Clinic has that big garage.
In which sat a green sports car, was it?
Why would he steal the stand in the first place? If he wanted to carry a body, he would have used his car.
And so we find our victim without probable cause to steal that stand. And our defense without a case.
I have an idea. You know that green car? I bet it wouldn't run. It was broken.
What an excellent counter-argument, Fraulein. Too bad you're quite wrong. Don't tell me you've forgotten what happened to your daddy.
Daddy?
That's right. That night, the car that hit Mr. Wright was that green sports car. Oh, yes, I'd nearly forgotten about it. Afterwards, he drove it back to that garage. It ran fine.
That's right. So why didn't he use his beloved sports car,
A glaring contradiction, to be sure. More glaring than your forehead. So that's why they brought up his motorcycle wouldn't run, because the pipe got clogged up or something. So that you actually know that's how things functioned. No. No! Incorrect. I have evidence. Look at the underwear. Order! 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 Well, Mr. Justice? Why didn't Dr. Maractus use his car to carry the body? Is that a groan of surrender I hear? Some advice? Now's a good time to review all you know. Everything you've learned over the last 2 days. Everything I've learned? You don't seem to be fighting very hard to actually stop me. What's with you? Mr. Justice, this contradiction casts doubt on your entire case. This is truly your last chance. The defense will explain to us what happened that night. car didn't run. I have an idea. It's all coming together. That night, Dr. Maractus couldn't use his car. Now you're making even less sense than usual. Not according to my information, Miss Tiala. Put one and one together, and the explanation is simple. If it's so simple, perhaps you can show us some evidence. Show us proof of why the car wouldn't run that night.
Take that!
Let's see now. Panties again.
All sorts of things come out of my panties. Okay. Even the truth.
Another crime was committed the night of the murder. The theft of those panties. These panties. The latest in a string of similar thefts, actually. But that night, the snatcher was caught in the act. A brave young girl chased the thief until he hid. In the Maractus Clinic garage.
What?
The snatcher hid the panties there before running. Perhaps someone in this court remembers where he hid them? Why, weren't they found in the car's exhaust pipe? Exactly. By the way, I learned something yesterday. A very important piece of information. And I learned it from you, Prosecutor Gavin.
So you were here investigating?
And I was on my way home when my hog gave up the ghost. Your hog? My motorcycle won't start. Clogged exhaust pipe.
Too bad. It looks like such a nice bike, too. Hard to believe that it could break from just that.
Cars, motorbikes, they're all the same. Clog the exhaust and they won't run.
Aye, how interesting.
While Miss Tiala and the doctor were struggling, the panty snatcher snuck into the Maractus garage. From that time until the time we found these, that car wouldn't start.
What? That's why Dr. Maractus had to use the noodle stand. It was the next
Oh. I'm good.
It was the next closest thing he could think of.
Well, Miss Tiala, this wraps your doubts up quite nicely, I think.
So it does. Where am I? So dark, can't see. Cramped. Pain, my throat's burning.
What's your problem?
You, Doc. I know what you did. Docky?
You lied to me. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give you a taste of your own medicine, man. Oh, wait, let me explain. Fine, I'll give you your last request. Listen, you're being tricked, but not how you think. It's not just me. No. He'll ruin everything. I have to stop him. Cease this at once, you two. Why did he, like, leave the gun with you?
Honey, this isn't the way it was supposed to turn out. Oh well, too bad.
There's still one mystery. How did you manage to disappear from that stand?
In the silence after the shot, I heard the witness running.
I believe we heard as much from Wesley Stickler. He went to use a public phone to inform the police.
Which is when I made my escape.
Which is when you left that slipper print.
Dr. Maractus didn't bother taking my slippers off. I threw them out after I stepped in that paint, though.
That was your mistake.
No, my biggest mistake was coming to you for help, Mr. Justice. I believed in you. You and your anything agency. If anyone would get Walkie declared guilty, it was you.
I believe we've reached a conclusion of sorts. Prosecutor Gavin, how is Miss Alita Tiala doing?
She's confessed to everything. We're processing her arrest now. Prosecutor Gavin sure seems calm for someone who just lost.
I think he already knew. He'd figured out she was the killer a while ago. Some advice. Now's a good time to review all that you know. Everything you've learned over the last 2 days.
He lost, but I didn't exactly win either.
Something the matter? Full ahead. Looks like it's time to announce a verdict.
Not guilty.
Court is adjourned. June 17th, 4:12 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2.
Great job, Apollo. You did it.
Yeah, we did. Somehow.
Walkie's off the hook. Free to become the gangster he's always wanted to be. And he has you to thank.
Hey, attorney man! You're gonna pay for what you did to my Elite Holmes.
Or to blame, I guess.
You give my Alita back. Stupid pointy-head attorney with a death wish. Enough, Walkie.
Mr. Kitaki.
It's high time you opened your eyes, Walkie. What do you know, old man? I think it's about time you opened yours. Given up a life trying to become some kind of businessman. Don't talk about what you don't understand, Walkie.
I'm afraid the guard is going to throw them both out.
If not in jail, wouldn't that be a happy ending?
Hey, maybe we can help them out. You know why Mr. Kitaki needs to make so much money? Maybe we should tell Walkie. Oh, Walkie, Apollo has something to tell you.
Huh? I do?
Way to put me on the spot. What's that? Show him the reason why, Apollo.
Why is Mr. Kitaki trying to become a businessman? Presumably so you don't, like, die of bullet.
Take that!
Think about it, Walkie. Think about your condition. I talked with your mother, Lil Plum, yesterday. It pays, but we need a lot of money right now. Clean money, that is.
She doesn't mean... You weren't really... Are you?
I searched the globe, and I found one. A doctor who can take that bullet out of you, Walkie. Well, it's expensive procedure.
Man, but you got plenty of money already, don't you?
I won't use it. It was the gangster life that did this to you, Walkie. I want to help you, I want to do it clean. Please understand, Walkie.
Dad.
Man, I see how it is, old man. Always you looking out for...
Walkie?
Listen, good old man. One day, I'm gonna take you out, and we'll see who's the OG. You try to hide in your business suit, I'll find you. Stupid old geezer.
My Walkie.
No, it's as it should be. Mr. Kitaki. I liked him more without the puppy dog eyes. I'm glad to have met you. Not so good with words. But I know a professional job when I see one. Thank you. Who, me? I don't think. Someday, I'll bake you one of our latest. The Kitaki Lime Pie. He's opening a pie shop? So long. And he was gone.
Well, let's head back, Apollo. To the Write Anything agency. Hey, since when do I work at your agency? Aw, we make a good team. Don't just stand there, let's get going.
Huh? Why not? She'd help me out. And there's a few questions that still need answers. Like this power of mine that she showed me. My bracelet. If anyone can help me figure it out, it's her. Oh, I can't say I care much for what her father has become.
Oh, that's right. We have to go someplace first.
Huh? Where?
Buy to claim our reward from Mr. Eldoon.
Salty Noodles, right. He's got a stand back already.
Oh, and after that, you can come see my show. With a special appearance by the amazing Mr. Hat.
Oh, it's special, alright. Please, anything but him. Yay. Save progress, yes please. Things keep ending late. The segments are shorter in this than they were, at least toward the end of the Ace Attorney games, I guess. I just feel like it hasn't been all that long. Still, I don't want to start a new chapter in the middle of a thing. That doesn't seem right. So I suppose, I suppose that's it. Let's see. Oh, right. I was planning on starting to shuffle in some Professor Layton in the Diabolical Box once I had finished episode 2 of this. So, next time on Wednesday will be Professor Layton. And then back on Friday it will be more Ace Attorney. Yes. Anything else? No, I think we're good. So, Professor Layton on Wednesday, more Apollo Justice on Friday. 7 a.m. like before. Yes. I believe that's all I need to cover. I'll probably have to record Professor Layton locally again, because I don't think they ever really majorly changed the puzzle theme that was getting muted on Twitch in the VODs, which is annoying. But YouTube doesn't care, so, like, whatever, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, that's all. Professor Layton Wednesday, more Phoenix Wright on Friday. Have a nice day. Goodbye.